Hi, this is Yasmita Megan, and I'm the designer of the Yazzie craft storage bags. And I'm speaking to you from Melbourne, Australia, and it's 2 a.m. in the morning. So I've taken the trouble to wake up, put some makeup on, get myself organized for you because I did not want to lose this opportunity of bringing to you what we have been doing for the last 20 years. And we're so excited to be part of this event to show you and present all our handcrafted bags from India that are made on a treadle machine. They're fairly traded, and I designed them. And just to let you in on a little secret, I've not done any craft in my entire life. I would not know what to do with a needle or thread. I just happened to have stumbled onto an idea which I believed would work as a great travel bag 20 years ago. And it just became, a business around the craft side of things. And we just developed more product over the time. And everybody loves Yazzie bags. I think a lot of people know about it. We've been coming to many, many shows in the US over the years now, 18 years, Houston being our main one. And it's unfortunate we've not been there last year and have no plans to come in this year. At least till we know we can travel, we will not be leaving Australia for any reason. It's just, there's no point right now. And things have been going well. People are very aware of our product. The brand awareness is very strong. We've come so many times in the US that everybody knows me personally, knows our products, and proudly tells me that they own 15 bags or 12 bags. And a lot of the teachers, the educators, everybody has a Yazzie bag, small or large. And we just kept growing in the business. And the travel side is not as strong right now because people are not traveling. But I do believe, having worked in the travel industry, that it is some of my products are perfect travel bags. They're also great at home to use for your jewelry or your makeup storage. I know I organize all my jewelry within my products. I know the snowbirds in the US also love the bags because they do take them while they're going on their trips. Some people use them as medical kits as well. So they're so versatile and multifunctional that it's given us an opportunity in various parts of life to market our products. And as you know, the final was the fact that people are now embellishing the bags beautifully using their creativity, whether it's your applique, wool felt embroidery, EPP, beading, etc. There's just so many opportunities, and one can personalize their bags. It's That's why Yazzie bags are beautifully made. They're durable, they're high quality, and then you have an opportunity to make it your very own. So today I'm going to start. This is a live session to you coming from Australia, and I'm here to answer any questions that you might have. You can put them on your comment area if you'd like, and we will respond to you, or even after the show if you want to write to me. And I'm going to tell you about this coupon that we've got for this particular month that'll be valid till the 30th of September. Firstly, for the last 18 months, we've been offering you free freight from Canada, Alaska, Hawaii, and to the US, only because we felt this was the time where we needed to do something to make it work for you. And we all know the pricing of your freight is starting to go up. It's the same in Australia. In fact, it's ridiculous. But nothing can just arrive to you at your doorstep without someone paying for it. So there is a cost involved. But what we've been doing is we said, if you order a minimum value of $50 from continental USA, you do qualify for our free freight offer. If you are ordering from Canada, Alaska, or Hawaii, and you spend $75, you will qualify for your free freight. But for this show and one after this, we've got a few days later, we are offering you, for a minimum spend of $75, the opportunity to get the free freight offer as well as we will give you a gift, which is 3 of our pouches. The code is CA405 if you look it up on my website now, which is www.yazzie.com. It's YAZZII.com. We need to get the name right. It's YAZZII. I've just tied them together so I don't lose these pieces, but basically they come individually. They're worth $17.50 on our website. So basically you're spending an extra $25 maybe for another product, but you are getting a $17.50 item free that's included in your order, as well as your free freight. So that's quite a good offer, I think. And from Alaska, Hawaii, and Alaska, Hawaii, and Canada, it is $100 minimum spend, and you will get from 75 where you get the free freight, you have to spend the extra 25. You will get your gift item plus your free freight. And we do know the cost of products and freight from Canada to the US is quite expensive. And the code you would use for the continental USA is YAZ12, YAZ 12. That's 1, 2. And if you are writing or ordering from Canada, Alaska, Hawaii, it is YAZ 12, C for Charlie. And the information is all on our social media. We've been advertising it. It's on the homepage from the vendor mall as well, that information. Everything's there for you to use. So do look it up and do use it, because yesterday we were here and a lot of people forgot again the vouchers. Some of them wrote back and said, do we qualify after the fact? I did let it go only because I knew they did it immediately. But I cannot 3-4 days later work this out, because if we've sent the products, I'm not going to send you a free pouch because you haven't used your voucher. So it's important to understand that a voucher is when you use it and you qualify for it. So that's the understanding of the voucher. And with everything else, a lot of you might have already seen this catalog of mine. It's been there for a little while. We've just got a new 16-page catalog that's arrived in the US. So for all your orders, you're going to get this beautiful catalog of ours explaining our story, the fact that they handcrafted. There's 38 products in here, and it's a beautifully made catalog for you to look at. Keep it with you for the dimensions, etc. We are offering, like, we've got that much stock of the catalogs that have just arrived via sea freight into the US. So if any of you have any guilds and you're doing face-to-face meetings and you're happy to distribute them amongst target audiences, which are crafters, because that's where we'd like, you don't want it to end up in a bin. We do want them to get to your hands so you can see the full range of Yazzie bags. We even said we'll give you 2 bags for your raffle prizes or your door prizes as well. So do contact me on sales@yazzie.com. We've got a YouTube channel that's growing, and we're looking at you to subscribe to it. We've got newsletters coming to you. You might want to join us so you understand where we are and what we're working on and what's new and how someone's embellished a bag. It's important to understand that these bags are evolving all the time. And as far as colors go, we've got 7 colors we offer: black, a navy, a red, an olive green, a pink, an aqua blue, and a purple. I'm not sure if it's showing up as well, but it's a beautiful purple bag. And we also have some sashiko kits that have arrived in the US, which are some of these. They've just arrived. So you can buy the bag with a little panel, your threads, everything in there. And if you're a sashiko embroidery enthusiast, you might want to start, it's small projects in an hour long, an hour and a half, whatever. They achievable projects, and they look fabulous. So these are some of the ideas that you might want to add to your petite organizer. And when you're preparing your Christmas gifts, they become a great idea to give to someone who has everything, but they can use it either for their travel, for their makeup and jewelry, or they can be using it for their sewing essentials. There's so many varieties of products. We've got 38 products in our range. So do join us. We've got a lot of, we've got an inspirational page within our Facebook as well. And that gives you the opportunity, if you're doing anything creative, you can send it to us, and we would like to inspire other crafters like yourself, whether they're in Japan or in New Zealand, wherever, everyone that sees things. And it doesn't mean you have to go and buy anything specific. You could own the bag. For example, this particular bag was 12 years old when someone gave it to me, and this is already 4 years later, so it's 16 years. It's perfect. This bag was the first bag that I ever introduced. It works beautifully. Every pocket is functional. There's nothing wrong with any zipper. And the lady came to me, she emptied out, she was a teacher, actually a quilt teacher. She emptied out the bag and she said, you take this all over your show circuit and show them what I did. I had some felt and I decided to do some embroidery on it. So it just freshens up the bag. It makes it your own. Everyone seems to have got Yazzie bags. I get pictures on, not any longer, but on cruises and stuff where there's a craft cruise and you'd find that many Yazzie bags on a table at a retreat or wherever you are, you'll see Yazzie bags. And the fact that you're able to do this with just things lying around is wonderful. Not everyone does embellish or personalize the bag. You know, you don't have to do anything. The bag works beautifully, but they're fabulous gift ideas because they're functional as well. So that's something I needed to tell you. And what I'm going to do now is tell you my story through a little video of what inspired me 20 years ago. I get that question every day, especially coming from a non-crafting background. It's important that you understand that this whole business came into being, how it happened, and what the fact that I feel very grateful that I've managed to get here. This is our 20th birthday now, and we've been using the same factory in India for 20 years. So I think it's something you might want to hear. And we are also looking forward to spending the next hour. We'll be back for the next hour as well in a few hours. And we do have an all-day session of demonstrations and other designers using the bags, how they embellish their bags. There's so much opportunity, I think, with our products that you will enjoy the rest of the sessions. So I'm ready for my intro video to tell you my story. This is Yazzie from Melbourne, Australia. And for those of you who don't know me, I designed the Yazzie craft storage bags. I've been doing this for 20 years now, and I'm in an environment that I know very little about. I'm not a sewer, I'm not a quilter, I'm not a crafter. I have no idea on any crafts except I've learned to respect, appreciate, and understand what all these creative people have been doing for 20 years. When I began my journey 20 years ago, I worked in the travel industry. When I retired from it, I thought it's time for me to start a little business, and I felt I was planning and thinking, what should I begin with? And it was a travel bag that I thought might work when someone's going away in a lightweight basis, viewable, access your products. That was on my mind when I started my business. What had happened was quite an amazing little experience I had. I was on my way to India, and I went via Sydney. And I went to Parramatta Mall, and I was minding my own business sitting at a coffee table, and an elderly lady walked past me on a walker, and she was 85 years old on the day and enjoying her birthday and waiting to have lunch with her daughter, who worked at the Genome Sewing Centre across where we were sitting. She asked to have a look at my bag closely, and all she remarked was, "My dear, I think you should be taking this to any sewing shop, any quilting shop, any beading shop. I'm a cross-stitch teacher for 50 years. I've retired because I don't see very well. And I definitely feel this is a go-to project bag for anyone that wants to keep their notions and supplies while they're working on small projects. Anyway, I did leave that night and I went via Singapore to Mumbai, India. And I found a factory within 24 hours that would manufacture my products. And after 20 years, it's the same factory, same people, same expertise that is manufacturing the exact same products from one design to the other. I had no idea 20 years ago that I would be in this environment, especially when craft is nothing that I do. But I must admit, it was everyone in Australia, lots of my friends, quilters, crafters, have all encouraged me on my journey, tested my products. And when I went overseas to Houston within a year, there was no turning back in my business. For two purposes, the business grew. On the very year I designed my first travel bag, little did I know it'll still be my top selling bag today after 20 years, that 9/11 took place. So from a travel perspective, anyone and everyone buys our bags now to travel with, and they've just become so functional. They're so multifunctional. I keep my jewelry, my makeup, my phone chargers for the last 20 years, and it works. The next thing I did was I went to Houston that year, and I found everyone was ordering my bags, and I thought, well, here, there's an opportunity for me to tap on. So when the world was not looking at any soft storage, everyone was still into sewing baskets and harder boxes, etc. I went in and recreated all these designs and storage ideas into soft storage practical bags. So 20 years later, worldwide sales, global appreciation, I feel we've really managed to work in an area and done fairly well. And I feel very blessed because I met that lady 20 years ago. Her name was June Davis. She has passed on now, and I do still talk to her daughter Glenda from the Genome Sewing Center. And I feel that that was probably a jackpot I hit many years ago. And they say it takes one idea in life to make it all happen. And I thank God every day for giving me this opportunity to be where I am today. And as far as all of you out there who have used our bags and sent fabulous feedback, testimonials, and just done amazing things with my bags, I feel I'm very grateful. It's your feedback that inspires me to go further, encourages me to start designing more bags. At this stage with the pandemic around, we left the US last year in March. It's a whole year later. I feel that you've welcomed me through our live sessions into your living rooms. You have actually allowed us to present all our products close to you. There's so many of you who tell me you own 15 and 18 of our products. I'm happy that you do because you obviously do many crafts and can use them. They make perfect gift ideas for Christmas, birthdays, whatever, because people do use some of them for makeup and jewelry. And I feel that this is what's brought me here today, the positive feedback I got from all of you, and I cannot thank you enough for being there and being loyal Yazzie Bag supporters. And I've got a huge fan club out there, and I appreciate it. So hopefully one day in the near future when I can come out there, we've had lots of conversations in every part of the world, different shows. We've enjoyed each other's company. We've laughed a lot. I miss all of you, and I'm looking forward to seeing you face to face again in the near future. Thank you for your time. Hi, I just hope you enjoyed the presentation of the way lots of you have created some beautiful Yazzie bags just using your expertise and techniques that you enjoy, and that's most important. The next couple products that I want to talk about are over the years, many of you asked me for our bags where they are the pockets can be detached and you can remove them and use them as you please and not necessarily use every pocket because you might have larger pieces of product in there. So we have introduced two bags, and I thought I'll do a very clear, specific demo on the two bags that you do know. The rest of our products are attached sleeves. We don't have any sleeves that we add on or you can add on and purchase, but at least you know we've given you two options and you might enjoy those as well. So the first one, the one we've had now for about 12 to 13 years, is our four pocket organizer, and the code is CA340. I'm going to demonstrate that, and following that, I'm going to move on to the next one, which is again a detachable pocket, but it's a larger size. And that code is CA474. So there's a CA340 and a CA474 for you to look at. These are the only two styles of our products that I've got where the pockets can be removed and you can use them as you feel it's necessary with what you're carrying for your class, your project. You can even take out a pocket and put it in your handbag and use it for your makeup and jewelry or medications. It's how you use them. But these were options for you, and we want you to know about all the options before you decide to purchase any of our products. The demonstration I'm going to do today is our four pocket organizer. We've introduced this bag many years ago because crafters asked us for something where the pockets are detachable and you have some flexibility in the way you use the bags. They're not attached like the general style of our other products that we've been supplying for 20 years. So this is a four pocket organizer, and the dimensions closed 8.7 by 6 by 3.7 inches, and in centimeters, it is 22 by 15.5 by 9.5 centimeters. So I just wanted to explain the dimensions. And as you know, our products are multifunctional. They can be used for jewelry, makeup, medications, anything you need. They can be a great first aid kit. I think they're so versatile, and a lot of people use them for various reasons. So I'm going to just take this away and show you the bag itself. So it comes like an empty product in here, an empty box. You can fit things like this in here. So I'm going to put a bobbin tray in the bottom. If I've got an English paper piecing or any project that I'm working on, I can place my fabrics at the base of it. So there's quite a bit of room, and I've got four pockets in here with my threads, maybe some trims, whatever you need to, your buttons, your beads, and all of it will fit perfectly in this bag, and you can carry it to your class. So it's always set up, as you can see, it's got a 3.7-inch depth in here, and because they're soft, you'll be surprised how much you do fit in the bag. So that's just one way of using it. And again, remember, if you don't need the extra two pockets, you can just leave everything at the bottom and carry just one pouch with you. It gives you a lot of options, and that's the key to all of these bags. And it's giving you lots of options. And this is something crafters asked me over the years, and we did decide to bring it in. I put a top handle on this bag. So you might want to put a little trim in here. You might want to embellish this part of it with your little wool felt flowers. That's the choice you make if you feel like it. But the bag works brilliantly. So there's 4 pockets in here that come with the bag. And I'll just remove this and show you another way to use this bag and consider another option. Once you've got your 4 pockets in here, you can also buy an extra set of the same size pockets. It is CA420, and you can add them to your collection within this bag if that's what you prefer. We also have them in many colors, which I'm going to show you. So this has got all the threads. And when you look at this, you've got now 8 pockets in here instead of the 4 that we provide, and it still all fits comfortably for you. So I think it's a great idea as an option for your projects. There's so many different designs we are providing, but I just thought I will explain this specifically to you. And I'm going to now tell you that we've got them, all the products that we supply are in 7 colors. We've got a black, a navy, a red, a fuchsia pink, olive green, it's a purple, as well as an aqua. So everything you're seeing, depending of course if we've got them available, is available on in the 4-pocket organizer made by Yazzie, and it includes 4 pockets when it gets to you. Thank you, and we will be back again to show you another product soon. Hi, today I'm going to demonstrate our Yazzie storage box. The code is CA474, and what I'd like to tell you is they come in 7 colors. This is the plain design, and I'm going to show you something interesting with this bag. Is what I've done here is we've had someone doing some machine embroidery. They've monogrammed the bag. So that gives you some idea of the fact that we've given you a canvas on the top cover page of this bag. You can do some English paper piecing, wool felt embroidery. You can embellish it and personalize it the way you see fit and what you enjoy doing. Sometimes people use it for their burrow, wool, they applique. It's just unlimited, the designs and the embellishing you can do and the techniques you can use. So I'm going to fill, as you can see, this table is full of crafty stuff, and I'm going to try and pack it up for you so you have a good idea of how this bag operates. Firstly, what we've done is given you a base where you've got this fabric piece that's there, this panel. If you don't like it and it annoys you, you can unpick this so you have a full area. But some people like it so that it makes a division for you. You can also put an A4, your magazine, whatever you need to at the base, and it works. Now, again, I said you have a choice to remove this if you choose to. And then we give you 4 pockets. 2 full pockets. There's one that's split in the middle, and they are vertical pockets. And these are the 2 horizontal, the top one being separated in the middle with a little piping, and you can fit whatever you need and fill it up in this bag. Now, I've got a bobbin box in here that I can place in the front if that's what I wanted. I've got all these extra fabrics that I might want to keep in here. I mean, it's within reason. The box is there for you to store as much as you need, but you don't have to fill it up totally. So I'm going to now show you how this bag will be packed totally and the amount of stuff that it does sort of take for you. These are some of my trims. So I've got some threads in this pocket. In the one that's divided in the middle, I can put some markers, some chalk, some fabric chalk in here. The reason I'm doing this, so it gives you an idea of how much that does get into this bag. You'll be surprised, because often when you're looking at it, you think, well, okay, I could, but it's just unbelievable the amount of product that it fits and still gives you some extra room to fill as other products that you need, and even have some room to spare. So I've got this pocket filled up for you as well. And this is your open pocket, like the full pocket sleeve. And I'm going to put some of my fabrics in here. And I've got some fabric scraps in here, some thread, some embellishments. So that takes care of this pocket. Then I've got one extra pocket in here. Just to show you a visual of the size. I mean, you can imagine what these threads would be in size. So it can fit another couple, but I'm not going to try too hard here. So if I kept that at the base, and I've got my fabrics in here, I've got my smaller items in here, and you've got your threads, etc. So all of this will fit beautifully, and that is your Yazzie storage box for your projects, and it does work brilliantly. You've got a lot of options. You don't have to take all your pockets in there. I could have fitted a few more things, but this is generally what you'd use that for, is as a little project bag. You can keep it on your dining table. You can take it to your classes. It's great for beaders as well, who want to keep their little articles in here. So this is the two pockets with the divisions. We've got the larger pockets that are plain. I've got the fabrics in here. I've got my little bobbin box in here, and I've got my magazine. So that should give you an indication of what this bag can accommodate. And I'm going to now show you what everyone's been doing with these bags. Is we've got someone who's done some machine embroidery on them. So this is, if you don't want to do any applique or beading on them, you can just machine embroider them. Someone has done some borrow embroidery and personalized it as well. These are just options for you to consider. If you've already got a Yazzie bag, you can do that as well. Then we've got someone who's done some beautiful stitchery on this bag as well. And that does make it look pretty special. And this is a friend of mine who does a lot of crazy patch, and she managed to get this beautiful design using some of our trims, etc., and making it look really special. So it's your choice whether you choose to embellish it or not, but overall, I think this bag does work well as a medium-sized project bag for everything. So I hope you enjoyed this demo. Bye for now. So these are the two bags that the pockets are detachable. You can use them in whichever manner you want to. You don't have to use all the pockets. I think it's been great. And the fact that one of them is a direct canvas where you can do some beautiful embroidery or beading or whatever, they're just very popular as our mid-sized bags to keep everything you need. So the next product I have for you is the next video clip I want to show you. There's two little videos showing you how people have done borrow and sashiko on some of our bags. These are just little ideas to inspire you. And the next one would be around the English paper piecing. That's a whole group out there that think Yazzie bags are the best for English paper piecing and to look up to hold your projects, etc. So I think if you can see both of them, you'll understand why both areas really enjoy the products. So the first one is going to be your Burrow and Sashiko one, and then moving on to the English paper piecing, and I'll come back to you in a few minutes. Okay. I hope you enjoyed those couple video clips. They do give you quite a idea of what people are using them for, and they actually work very well for many reasons. The next thing, as we're drawing closer to our live hour that we've got, we're going to be back again in 3 hours for another live session. And what we're trying to do is we've got content ready all day, a 2 hour session and a 3 hour session in the afternoons for those of you who might not be catching our lives. But during the live sessions for the 3 days, I decided, even though it's an absurd time, it's 2:49 in the morning, we'll be back again at 6. Just to be part of this, I wanted you to sort of be able to ask me questions, and I'm here directly to speak with you and tell you that we're missing all of you. I've met so many of you. I hope to see you soon again. And I thought I'll highlight 3 very popular products as well. So each time I come on, I'm highlighting a few bags that you might feel that you've not seen before, or you might have a different perspective or a view, or you might be needing it a little bit now because you picked up you want somewhere to store your blocks, or for whatever reason. So have a look at all of this, and I look forward to seeing you again in 3 hours time. And if you've got the time, do stay back on our live session on our Facebook and share these videos with all your friends that need some storage and organization for their craft supplies. So I'm going to leave you and see you in a few hours, but have a look at these products. Thank you for your time.
Hello, I'm Pauline from Pauline's Quilters World, and I want to tell you about these great bags. They are the Yazzie bags, and you probably know about those because they are so popular. I've been using Yazzie's bags for years and years and years, but when I designed the Sasha tool, I really wanted something to store these tools in. So I spoke with Yazzie and she suggested this one would be the best bag for me to have because it opens out beautifully and it's got all these gorgeous zipper pockets in here. And I can just slip each one of my individual sasha tools inside and I can quite clearly see the size of the tool. It is just a perfect storage bag for them. You know, we have our bag strappers, we have our binding tools, we have our jelly roll tools and our weaver tools. They all fit in there. And if I go out teaching or if I go on a retreat or even if I'm in my sewing studio, my sashes are always in the bag. They can always come with me. I have another little pocket zipper here that I can put some of my other tools like my rotary cutter and maybe my bottle of glue or my threads. I can put them in this bag, in this pocket. So I just love these bags and as I said, all of my tools will fit inside. But for my one that I take out with me, I wanted to dress it up. So I'll just show you what I've done to dress up this bag. I've done a little bit of bias applique. So I cut a piece of fabric out and a piece of batting. Let's undo this Velcros. We've put the Velcros back on. But it just shows you that we can decorate the bags up to make them ours. Brand it as yours. Put whatever sort of design on here. You might want to do appliques, you might want to do wool felt applique, you might want to do embroidery, you could do any style of thing. You could even just embroider your name on. But don't you love the pockets? I love the pockets that we can see through them. But after having these for many, many, many years and they're still in perfect, perfect condition, the quality is so high and so good. So I just wanted to let you know for all those people that have the sasha collection, no matter how many you've got, no matter what size you've got, even if you've got your bigger ones, they're still going to fit in one of the pockets. So I really recommend it as a bag for you to store your sasha tools in. So thank you, Yazzie. I love your bags.
This is Yazzie, the designer of the Yazzie craft storage bags. Today I'm quite excited to share with you our fabulous sewing machine mat. Often I've had people say that, you know, they just want something for the non-slip. They wanted something that they can access, take it to their classes. It's small, it's mobile, and most importantly, it offers the functions that one needs to be able to place their sewing machine on top of it. So the size that I designed was as a closed bag. It's 17 by 21.5 centimeters, and it's 6.7 by 8.45 inches. The size opened, as you see it, it's 60 by 66 centimeters, and it's 23.6 by 26 inches. I'm going to take this opportunity to explain the features of this bag. So firstly, when I designed this bag, I made sure that we gave you proper zippers. So there's two little horizontal pockets. You've got the larger pockets. You've got a little pin cushion. And you've got a pocket behind it that you can have full functionality of it. And this way, at the end of your class, or even if you've set up in your living room or your dining area, wherever you are at a retreat, when you're done, you can keep your notions, your bobbins, your threads, everything intact in the bag. You zip them up, and you've got everything in there. You don't have to remove anything. Nothing's going to fall off because it's very protected. And when you're done, you just fold this bag on both sides here, and you can get that perfect fold. And we've given you a very generous Velcro that perfectly stays in your sewing machine bag. You can carry it and put it away in your sewing room after you're done in the dining area. This bag has become such a popular bag for anyone because you do need to keep your sewing machine on a non-slip pad. This is a beautifully quilted bag which has absolute fabulous grip on the table, and the fact that they all zip in pockets has been the highlight of this product. Often people say that these bags, they learn to make them in their classrooms as project bags. They often buy them anyway in craft stores, but none of them ever offer the zippers because they are difficult to put together. And I think this bag works for the price it is. It works fabulously, and you will find a lot of testimonials coming through on this particular bag, which is the CA 575, and it's our Yazzie sewing machine mat.